Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another new edition of World Today, where we get you the latest news headlines and articles making the news around the world. And we're glad to be joined today by Dr. Nader Moustafa, Member of Parliament. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you for joining us.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
And so we'll start with the World Bulletin, and the headline reads, Al-Sisi meets Kenyan Vice President in Cairo. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met on Wednesday with visiting Vice President William Ruto. The meeting was attended by Kenyan Tourism Minister and Egyptian Minister Yahya Rashid. Presidential spokesman said the Kenyan official delivered a message to President al-Sisi on behalf of the Kenyan president, in which it included means of boosting bilateral cooperation between the two countries. Dr. Nader, how do you see the significance of cooperation with Kenya and this visit by the Kenyan Vice President?
Let me first say that we are very glad by this visit. We are listening to lots of positive signs from this visit. One of it is that Kenya want to open its border for the Egyptian citizens, and
without a visa.
This will be without visa. This is not very clear now, but this is one of the signs that many people are speaking about today. Frankly speaking, the effort of President Fattah al-Sisi is very clear when we speak about the Arab Circle, or even with different Asian countries, with Russia, with lots of powers in Europe and America even. We can give even the example of being very positive with Trump, not from Egypt to United States, but we remember very well when President Trump spoke about President Sisi as somebody to trust when he going to fight terrorism. Back to Africa, we are now feeling that we are really going to Africa. We are really having strong relations with the African continent. This effort by the president himself is giving us new channels, which was not there at all. When we listen to those coming politicians, high-rank political leaders like the Kenyan PM, now we are waiting to open chances to Egyptian young men to go without any kind of barriers. And at the same time, we are giving the African countries the experiences of the Egyptian young men who can really do a lot, but they unfortunately, because of some problems here, they cannot find the proper job with the proper salary.
Right, and moving on to Egypt, independent foreign minister visits newly elected Lebanese president in Beirut. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry met on Wednesday in Beirut with the newly elected Lebanese president Michel Aoun. Shoukry extended an invitation from Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to Aoun to visit Egypt, the foreign ministry announced in a statement. The Egyptian foreign minister conveyed a message of solidarity from Egypt's president, saying the Lebanon has an important position in the Arab world and plays a vital role in maintaining joint Arab interests. After the meeting, Shoukry held a joint press conference with his Lebanese counterpart. Dr. Nader, how do you see the significance of foreign minister visit in that particular time?
First of all, we are congratulating our Lebanese friend by getting new political and economic strong step by having now a president. And we know that they suffer a lot in order to reach this level. I will continue about our foreign policy, the new trend that we are doing now after President Fattah al-Sisi came to power. We are having strong effort from Ministry of Foreign Affairs by Minister Sameh Shoukry and our embassies abroad. We should salute their efforts, and they are also doing their best in order to reduce their budget in order to help the nation in this very critical time. They are reducing the budget, but they are doing very well in their policies and in their external.
But how do you assess the current political status in Lebanon?
I'm feeling that they are going very well. We are feeling that Lebanon is going back to its status by the help of the Arab friends and by the help of the Lebanese citizens themselves. And I'm sure that Egypt will be there for more stability, and Egypt will be there to support and help each and every Arab country.
Definitely. And moving on to daily news, Egypt condemns Israeli bill to legitimize settlements in occupied West Bank. Egypt condemned an Israeli bill that would allow legitimization of unauthorized Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank. Earlier, Israeli minister approved draft legislation and would grant legal status to the Israeli outposts on occupied Palestinian land, allowing settlers in the occupied West Bank to remain in homes built on private Palestinian land. The draft bill is expected to be debated by Parliament on Wednesday. In an official statement by the Egyptian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ahmed Abu Zaid expressed Egypt's deep concern that the bill would be a preface to giving legitimacy to settlements. So how would the UN succeed to settle that matter, in your opinion?
First of all, let me comment on the spokesman, Mr. Ahmed Abu Zaid, and his continuous defense of the Egyptian situation. Whenever there is any kind of threat, we find the ministry and the spokesman of the minister giving strong speech to reply and to put clear the Egyptian situation and the Egyptian reply on whatever going on. For example, this time, the issue of building settlements on the occupied West Bank, I'm sure that Egypt will try all its effort through the Arab League, through the United Nations, and this is our high time now because of our membership in the Security Council, and I'm sure that we will show the whole world the negative Israeli efforts in order to really try to find solution to our Palestinian brothers.
What would it take, in your opinion, to let the peace process go back on track?
As I mentioned before, like I always say this, that we need first to find the Palestinian united situation in order to defend and help the Israeli, Arab-Israeli situation in the conflict. We need to find a united Palestinian situation. Inside Fatah, we needed to be united. Inside, between Hamas and Fatah and different other groups, we need to see united vision. This is the time of Arafat. We remember him. We remember how he was uniting the Palestinian situation.
Front.
We remember how he was strong against the Israeli occupation. God bless his soul, and I wish to find another unity to the Palestinian issue. And at that time, I will really see hope to defend our issue.
How do you think, with the election of new U.S. President Donald Trump, would the Palestinian cause go with the U.S.?
I wish to find different kind of arguments about the Palestinian issue. Once he became president, then we need to listen from him the words that the president should say when he reached power. Maybe during the election time he was saying lots of things against the Palestinian issue, but I'm sure that United Nations and the Arab League and lots of international powers will defend the Palestinian issue. I'm sure that there will be stable policies for the United States. He cannot change as a president, but at the same time we should be worried. We should be very worried. We should take care of our national security. We should defend our regional issues, and I'm sure that we will give more importance to this situation. And now, for example, if we look to Egypt, for example, we need and we are having today strong independent policies for our external policy. And I'm sure that nobody can change this. We should take care. On the same time, we are also giving very positive signs to Mr. Trump, and he himself said that
statements takes place during presidential campaigns, which are changed after that, actually in their policies.
We can give example for the Obama situation. He came to Cairo. We was
with a very positive attitude.
Many people was saying that he is Barack Hussein Obama, very proud by his middle name. He said a lot in the theater of Cairo University, but unfortunately, I think that we suffered a lot during his time.
Definitely. Right, and moving on to Ahram Online, armed forces distribute 1 million food boxes in Sinai and Upper Egypt. The military spokesman said on Wednesday that the armed forces have distributed 1 million food boxes to citizens in Upper Egypt and Sinai. In a statement on its official Facebook page, the army spokesman said the distribution of food supplies came under the directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in coordination with the Ministry of Supply. Earlier this month, the Egyptian army announced it would deliver 8 million food boxes, the largest quantity of food supplied by the government to date, at reduced prices nationwide in a bid to help citizens survive current economic hardships. How could the move, this move aim, do you think it is aimed at easing the burden on the citizens and helping to create a decent life for them?
And this is just a very important and clear point to focus on. Now the government, for example, put new laws with the help of the Egyptian parliament. This law, for example, was to increase taxes. This economic policy was to maybe fluctuate the Egyptian currency in front of the dollar. But on the same time, the government didn't forget that there are poor people may suffer. That's why the armed forces, and we can really say that this is the most active, the most important, the most strong part of our nation. They are going there to the remote areas in North Sinai, in South Sinai, in the Upper Egypt, in the most needed areas, and they are giving direct support to them. This is commodities, essential commodities for day-to-day life, and this is the direct support and direct help from the nation to the poor citizens and the most needed citizens in the most needed areas. So there is understanding, there is a try to support those citizens on the time that the government is taking strong issues and strong regulations for the economic situation. This is wonderful. I wish this will improve. For example, we can find another way of supporting, like finding job for disabled or trying to help the poor families by many ways. I wish to find this kind of effort repeating from time to time in order to re-establish new steps for the benefit of the ordinary Egyptian men.
Right, and moving on to the Daily Star, Kurdish YPG militia says to depart Syria's Manbij to head to Raqqa. The Kurdish YPG militia will pull its forces from the Syrian city of Manbij and withdraw east of the Euphrates River in order to participate in the campaign to liberate Daesh stronghold of Raqqa, it said in a statement. U.S. Special Envoy Brett McGurk described the move as a milestone, saying on Twitter that all YPG units would depart Manbij after training local units to maintain the city's security against the Daesh group. Turkey has repeatedly called for the YPG to withdraw east of the Euphrates. Ankara views the militia as a hostile force with deep links to Kurdish militants who have fought a three-decade insurgency on Turkish soil. Sir, what are your expectations for the Syrian situation through what Trump have repeatedly mentioned during his campaigns about that he's going to be working on solving the Syrian crisis?
I'm finding some positive signs of defeating IS in different situations. And I'm sure that once the Kurdish groups, Turkey, United States, Russia, we need lots of efforts, in fact, you know. Once there will be some kind of help and support coming from the Turkish borders, this will definitely damage each and every situation. This is the main important issue. We need those who are involved in the situation to be more strong, to be more accurate in their fighting against terrorism. This is the issue. Once this fight against terrorism will be honest and there will not be supply for weapons to these groups, situation will definitely be changed a lot.
Right, and moving on to the global post, Iraqi forces say recapture ancient city of Nimrud. Iraqi forces said they had recaptured the site of an ancient Syrian city blown up by Daesh group as they battled the militants south of Mosul. The troops pushed towards Nimrud last week as they pressed on offensive began on October 17 to recapture Iraq's second city, which the militants seized after long with swaths of Iraq and Syria in mid-2014. So how do you expect the response of Daesh on that move?
Definitely, it's like, you know, going back in these areas. And this example in Iraq show that the armed forces of government, of nation, is definitely far better than militant group. Militant group need all the time, as I mentioned in the last news, support. They need all the time financing their situation and provide by weapons and military equipments and money. Once you can stop this, this definitely will be very hard for them. They cannot continue. In this situation, the national armed forces for any country is more strong, more able to defend their nation, if not on the short run, definitely on the long run.
Right, Dr. Nader Moustafa, Member of Parliament, always a pleasure having you with us. Thank you very much for coming.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
And dear viewers, with this we wrap up this edition of World Today. Many thanks for watching and stay tuned for more coming up here on Nile TV International.